see yourself going back to Ukraine anytime soon?
We hope so.
This morning, refugees fleeing the violence in Ukraine are coming into the United States. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Irampour. And right now, Customs and Border Protection has opened the pedestrian border crossing specifically for Ukrainians seeking asylum. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live right near Padres in San Ysidro. You've seen a lot of families coming in already, Dana Marie.
That's right. Good morning, Eric and Neda. We've seen multiple different groups crossing the border, and the first thing they receive is a hug, which has been a really sweet gesture as they've been traveling for weeks coming across the border. Volunteers are here with food and water and a blanket. But the most important thing is many of them are now finally reunited with friends and family. We want to show you a sweet moment, and we caught up with them about what happens next.
I'm very tired. Not on the head. I cannot believe it that it's true.
We were just shooting in the sky. Yeah. Seriously, like we didn't know if it's gonna work out or not, and they gave the green corridor just recently. I can't even believe in that.
Where are you going now?
Austin, Texas. We live there, so she can live with us.
Now take a look at this moment. One of so many, a similar embrace of friends they've been waiting for so long, tears of happiness and hope now that they've crossed into the U.S. by the Padres port of entry. That's a new larger area set up by Border Patrol to process refugees quicker. Now these ladies spent days living in a shelter. They're just one of hundreds of Ukrainians that are staying here in tents at a gym just on the other side of the border here. Now it's set up by churches, local organizations and individual volunteers who tell us 500 Ukrainians are arriving daily. That's triple what it was just a week ago. Now, according to a lady we just spoke to, they're being bussed over in groups of 50 to be processed here. She told me it took about 3 days of waiting in line, and she's finally on the other side with her fiance on the way to Seattle. Now, we also spoke to another young woman who crossed the border moments ago. She left her family in Ukraine and is now the sole supporter, coming back here to work, sending money back home. She says she's on her way to a local church in San Diego to stay the night before flying to San Francisco. Now, one thing I noticed is that as they cross the border, the first thing that they do is either say hello to their friends on the other side or grab their phone, FaceTime their family, and we do have the American flag flying over to the left of me, and they're taking photos of that, realizing that they're finally here and safe after multiple days and weeks of traveling, maybe just a short relief before moving on and starting a new life. But you heard that most do want to return to Ukraine. Many we spoke to say that they have family members even fighting in the war, that they want to make sure that they get back to that life. But for right now, there's many crossing here at the border in San Ysidro. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, live. I'll send it back to you.
The U.S. is getting ready for more migrants to apply for asylum here in the coming weeks. A Trump-era public health policy known as Title 42. It ends on May 23rd. Ukrainian refugees are exempt from the rule, but thousands of migrants from Latin America have been waiting months at the border.
So they said no asylum, no asilo, y no ayuda. They couldn't help you. That it was closed.
18,000.
That was CBS News correspondent Manuel Bojorquez, and CBS News' Nora O'Donnell asked Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas if this is discriminatory, and here's what he had to say.
What we do on an individualized basis is evaluate whether a Ukrainian family and, frankly, other families from other countries qualify for our discretionary authority of granting humanitarian parole. And that's not specific to just Ukrainians. We apply that across the board.
But is there a double standard here?
There is not.
Meantime, the White House is sending additional resources to the border before Title 42 comes to an end. Ukrainian officials just released this drone video here, which they say shows the destruction of the town in the Kyiv region. It was under Russian occupancy, but is back under the Ukrainian flag. The Pentagon says Russia has withdrawn all its troops around Kyiv and is refocusing on eastern Ukraine now. Local officials are warning residents to evacuate now. Today, the United Nations General Assembly will vote on suspending Russia from its Human Rights Council.
I'm loving this warm weather. This is why we live in California and Santee.
Yeah, you know Santee is a hot spot. Get ready for more heat today. Heat advisory in effect for most of San Diego County until Friday evening at 6. Our wind conditions will also be elevating our fire risk. So dry Santa Ana winds are here. We're feeling the dryness in the air. What I'm noticing this morning, a little bit of fog as well. So here's the view from the Hotel Del. We will see some of this patchy fog hanging along the coastline for the most part. In fact, Mount Soledad's view also, if we could show you, looks like you see some of that cloud coverage just getting pushed down. We have high pressure upon us, and it's pushing the clouds low. Starting to clear, though. I'm seeing a lot of improvement pretty quickly right now. Visibility, the only areas where it's now an issue would be in Oceanside, where your visibility is at 1/3 of a mile. Please take your time from Carlsbad into Oceanside. Camp Pendleton, very foggy, but the clouds have lifted up and burned away in Miramar, Kearney Mesa area. It was super low about just an hour ago. It's also getting really warm already, 74 in Ramona and Alpine. So look at that. You're starting your day off in the 70s, which means you are headed up to the 90s, upper 90s for many of those warmer locations today. I mean, look at that 24-hour temperature change right there. The heat of yesterday hung on in Fallbrook, Palomar, and Ramona. You're a little bit cooler in Carlsbad and Del Mar this morning because of the clouds that we're seeing just hanging on and then also dissipating. Look at downtown San Diego. By 10 o'clock this morning, upper 70s. By noon, upper 80s. 90s for 2, 3 o'clock. We'll likely get to 91, 92 degrees. Inland valleys, you'll be right around 96 in Poway, Escondido, 93. I do think it'll get hotter in Ramona, 97 in El Cajon. So we're getting closer and closer to triple digits. Today is a hot one, but tomorrow's even hotter. So that heat advisory, as we mentioned, it doesn't end until tomorrow night. Wind advisory, that's in effect now until 4 p.m. Let's show you our wind gusts at the moment, 49 miles per hour in Alpine right now, 26 in Julian, 26 in Laguna. It's about to get a lot stronger over the next few hours. So a heads up, dry winds are here. They'll last through tomorrow. Here's a check of traffic now. And I do want to get you caught up on, the fact that there's no accidents, which is a great thing. It's a decent time to head out. You won't be joined by many cars. The only issue would be this fog in Oceanside and through Carlsbad, as I mentioned. You see all that yellow, the road weather index lit up, showing that visibility is pretty rough to get through. Eric.
All right, it is opening day for Major League Baseball, the day we've been waiting for. Yes, the Padres, they're on the road against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the team is inviting San Diegans for a special watch party here at home. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at Petco Park with a preview of all the fun here. FanFest, you're pumped up for it, I know.
Yeah, good morning. In fact, look, this is probably the only time I'll even be allowed near the warning track, especially as we get closer to games. But today with FanFest, it's actually going to be kind of part of the experience, if you will. And joining us right now, Chris Connolly, Chief Marketing Officer here with the Padres. And Chris, we're obviously here on the warning track, but we expect to see a lot of fans all around Gallagher Park, maybe even running the bases, some of the kids. What do we have in store for us today?
It's going to be so fun tonight at FanFest. Gates open at 5 o'clock, Chris. We're going to be able to watch the Padres take on the Diamondbacks on the video board at 6:40. But to your point, the kids can run the bases tonight. Fans can even play catch on the field. So have your viewers bring their gloves. It's really going to be a lot of fun.
And what do fans at home need to know? Because we got a couple hours here before, obviously, first pitch and even before the gates open. But yes, it's free. However, there is a little bit of a caveat, right?
Yeah, we just need all of our fans to go to our website, padres.com/fanfest. Just download your digital ticket before you head out to the park tonight. And again, admission is complimentary and can't wait to see everyone. We're also going to have Ted Leitner conducting a panel with some Padres Hall of Famers at 5:40. That'll be a lot of fun. And then we've got some serious shopping with the Padres garage sale. That's always a perennial favorite at FanFest. I saw some of the merchandise a few minutes ago. It's like one-of-a-kind Padres merchandise, all benefiting the Padres Foundation from a charitable standpoint. So something for everyone tonight. It's going to be great.
And I was just going to say, I mean, how cool is it that we're here, we're in person, we're outside, and we're just talking baseball, right? We're just talking FanFest, we're talking baseball. How excited is the Padres organization for not only this upcoming season, but just to be able to kind of get back towards that sense of normalcy?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, baseball's a rite of passage each spring. It just feels like baseball's in the air. Of course, we've got our opening day a week from tonight here at Petco Park. The world champion Braves are coming to town for a 4-game series, and I'm sure the place will be absolutely rocking. Your viewers were so great last year. It was just electric. And I'm really excited about our new coach, Bob Melvin. And he described the atmosphere last year when he brought the A's to town as just being absolutely electric. So it's going to be a fun season ahead for all the viewers.
And we all know Petco really likes to rock and roll, if you will, out here. So, Chris, I really appreciate you joining us this morning. And again, guys, you can go to CBS8.com for all of the info. Again, the Padres website as well, too, for everything that you need to know. It's going to be a really fun time. And again, guys, you get to play catch out here in the outfield. The kids can run the bases. It sounds like a pretty cool experience. Eric and Netta?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So Roya got a chance to run bases once before. She thinks that's what you can do at every baseball game, but you can't. No. The only certain special occasions.
Well, today, there's your chance. It's tough to tell which Chris is more excited out there. I think both Chris is equally excited. All right, thanks for that, Chris. Appreciate it. Go ahead,
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, no, I was just going to say we got Chris, and then we got Chris behind the camera, too. So we actually have a little bit of a math equation here going on right now.
Yeah.
So, we got plenty of
Chris's
guy,
too. Yes. Chris is
Triple
covering the
threat
Padres.
of Chris's. All right.
All right.
Thank
Love
you.
all that. Right there and on the field, too.